Here we are in this UI programming. UI here it is a user interface. We are in web UI programming. UI here it is a user interface. To create that user interactive page, we have to learn that list of all topics are here. HTML 4 and 5. Second topic CSS 2 and 3. Here 2 and 3. Third topic is on JavaScript. Here fourth one is on jQuery. Here fifth it is Ajax. Here sixth one it is on responsive design. Here responsive design. Seventh one will be here Bootstrap. Eighth one will be here less and SAS programming. Here ninth one here it is project. 10th one here it is Excel. So like this, I'm going to continue. Total duration of my course will be here 2 months. 2 months of course I'll explain. And this project sessions, Monday to Friday, topic sessions. Saturdays, one Saturday I'll continue on project session. One Saturday I'll continue on exam. So once one topic is over, I'll conduct one exam that is on 25 questions. Totally 25 questions. I'll create question paper and I'll conduct exam. Okay, today 6 a.m. Say March. Daily wise, I'll save my files in OneDrive. Okay. So I'll share the drive with you with the date wise recordings and programs and paint files. Okay. Here, first I'll explain in first 2 sessions, today and tomorrow sessions, I'll explain to you. So what is UI, what all topics comes under this, and how to use these all topics in the development, in the real-time application, how it will be useful. That one I'll explain to you. Here, in this UI programming, here HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Here, under this UI means here it is a user interface. Here, once you enter any URL in the browser, whatever application you can see, that is what here UI. http www.google.com. So here google.com. This is one google.com here. This Google site, here it will show you that Google logo and one text box and one we can find one search option. Here, because of this, I can able to search something in the Google. Here, once I enter google.com, I can able to see here Google logo and one search option. This searching data will redirect to whatever you are searching, whatever entry you have given. So toys or mobiles, if you search anything here, that input will go to the server page. Server will connect to database. Here, my input, so whatever input I'm giving here, that search option is going to the server. Server connecting to database, database back to server. Server immediately will give you resultant page. This resultant page is our UI page. Here, you will get all the list of results. Here, link 1, link 2, link 3, all the list of links, you will get it here. These all links, whatever we got it here, link 1, link 2, link 3, here, these all list of links, what I'm getting here. So this links, we can get it here with our UI programming. Starting page is a UI page and resultant page is also a UI page. Here it is our server page. This server pages are here. Here PHP, Java, .NET, Python, any of the server pages. PHP, Java, .NET, here etc. all comes under server programs. Here databases are here. Databases are here. MySQL, SQL Server, MongoDB. Here, MySQL, SQL Server, MongoDB. Here, MongoDB, all etc. comes under databases. Here, always our UI page will connect to server, server connected to database, database back to server. Server will give you resultant page for us. This is totally MVC architecture. Model view controller architecture. Generally, we will follow to design our output. Okay. Here, in this time, MVC architecture, UI programming, who know UI this part, and here, along with that, we have some JavaScript related frameworks we have. If we complete that, UI programming along with the framework. Here, along with the framework, this one we call it as Angular or React.js or Node.js or Vue.js. Here, etc. all comes under frameworks. Here it is the framework programming. In this framework programming, you can find it here. This is my framework. In this, if you complete any one framework from here, then you will call as a UI developer. Here, so you have to complete these all UI topics along with that one framework. These all UI topics and any one framework, if you complete it, then only you will call as a framework level developer. Here, this is our UI programming. UI will connect to framework. UI and any one framework, if you complete it, then you will call as a UI developer. Here, 3 team of developers will work for one single application. One is web UI developers. So another one is here server-side developers. Here, this server-side developers who know server programming, they called as server-side developers. Server-side developers are here Java developer, .NET developer, Python developer, all server-side developers. Here, database developers are here. Database developers who know database programming, they called as database developers. Who know MySQL, SQL Server, MongoDB, all, they called as database developer. Here, 3 team of developers will work for this. One is UI developer, another one server-side developer, another one database developer. So 3 team of developers will work for one single application. UI developer, server-side developer, database developer. Here, in this UI development, who know these all topics, along with that any framework, if they complete, they only called as UI developers. Database developers who know Oracle or MySQL or MongoDB, they only called as database developers. Server programming, who know any one of the server programming, they only called as server-side developers. UI developers connected to server developer, they'll connect to database, database back to server, server will give you resultant page. This is totally our UI programming. Yeah, this is totally our UI programming. So here in this UI part, we are learning here UI related complete stuff and along with that any framework. So first I'll explain here what is UI. See, if you check any facebook.com or zoom.com or a twitter.com, any website, if you open here, see here, by this URL, we can understand here, this is one UI page. And after submitting, it is redirecting to PHP. So this page is redirecting to the PHP page. This UI programming page is redirecting to the server page here. This is our UI page. UI is connecting with, here UI is connecting with the PHP. This PHP will connect to database. So 3 team of developers will work here. One is UI developer, another server-side developer, another database developer. 3 team of developers will work here. UI developer, server-side developer, database developers. UI developer, they'll work out only on the UI part. Here, server-side development, it is here, PHP, Java, .NET, Python, all comes under server-side development. Database developers who know database part, they called as database developers. So 3 team of developers will work for one single application: UI developer, server-side developer, database developer. UI programming here, PHP, Java, .NET, Python, all UI development. Here, if you check it here in this UI development, here you can find it here in this. Here we are learning UI development here. In this UI development, see, you can see different, see this is also one more UI development, UI. This is also every web page, every URL is one UI. Here in this URL, if you check it here, this is connecting with the server page. That server is here. Here, this page is connecting with the server page here. That server page here, JSP. This UI page is connecting with the JSP page that will be connected with the database. So this is also 3-tier architecture. Here, this is also comes under 3-tier architecture. So it will develop our application like this: UI, JSP, database. UI, PHP, database. So every time 3 team of developers will work for one single application: UI, server, database, UI, JSP, database. So 3 team of developers will work here. So UI developer who know front-end programming, who know server programming, who know database programming. Here they only 3 team of developers. This is what here MVC architecture. This is what here MVC architecture, model view controller architecture. 3-tier architecture here it is a MVC architecture. MVC here it is model view controller. This model part we will develop it by server program. Here controller part is also by server program. View part is our UI program. View part is by our UI program. So 3 team of developers will work here: UI developer, server-side developer, database developer. Here UI developer here only they'll work out on UI programming. UI programming here user interface. This user interface here it is user interactive page, starting page of a web page. User interactive page, starting page of the web page. See, text boxes, password box, email address. This is one front-end application. If I click sign in also, it will show you one more front-end application. Here, this front-end application, it is asking us email address, and if you click next button, password, and it will redirect to that inbox page of the Oracle. Here, once I enter my email address and password, it will check with the database. If I am a valid user, then only it will redirect. If I am not a valid user, it won't redirect our application form to server. Here, this is also one Facebook. If you right click inspect element on this, here only you can check it here. This is what here, our UI page. Here, this is what here, our UI page. This UI connected to here. You can find it here, doc type HTML head and body. Here, if we remove the head section, just to delete the head part, see here how the output is coming. Check it. This is what here, delete the head section. How the output is displaying, you can check. So, basic code of any UI page is doc type HTML head and body. If I remove the head section, output will display like this. So once I refresh, all well back. So here, if I remove the body section, just to delete the body. Here I deleted the body part of my application. See, you cannot see any output here. Here, once I refresh, here you can find it here, doc type HTML head and body. Inside this head section, if you remove the head part of the application, see, output will come like this. If I remove the body part of my application, here, if I remove the body part of my application, see, you cannot see any output. So once I refresh here, see, this application is displaying like this. Here, now you can find it here. Head tag is used to write header information. It will give you alignment for our application. And body tag, it will give you basic skeleton of the web page. In our UI page, see, first we observed what all the three teams will be there. UI developer, server-side developer, database developer. After that, we discussed here in this UI development, this UI programming, here how this UI will be connected to server, server connected to database. Here, three team of developers will work here, UI developer, server-side developer, database developer. Here in this UI development, here we are learning UI development. If you come to this UI development, that standard code of UI development will be here. Doc type, HTML, HTML start, HTML close. Here only we can write it here, head start and close and body start and close. Head and body tag you can show for our program. Inside this head section, whatever content I can see here, that script and style, here we can find it here, script tag for JavaScript, style tag is for CSS. Like this, we can write it here, script and style. Inside the head section, we can write it here, script and the style. So because of this body section, I can create basic skeleton part of the web page. Skeleton part of web page, we can create it with this body. With this script, we can add JavaScript code. With this style, we can add CSS code. So complete alignment of the web page will come with this. Alignment of web page, we can create it with the CSS. Here, complete alignment of the web page is by CSS and basic skeleton of the web page is by HTML. So this is our UI code. This is the standard code of HTML. We can save it with 1.html and you can run this program through browser. 1.html, you can save this program with 1.html and you can run this program by browser. So this is our UI programming. Once you click here, once you refresh it, here all the content will be like this. If you wantedly check it, see, right click, delete it. See, if I remove the body part, no skeleton for the web page. Once I refresh, here, if I remove the head tag, skeleton it is displaying, but there is no proper alignment. See, skeleton it is displaying, but there is no proper alignment for this. See, I have email address, password. Once I click submit button, data will be submitted to server. See, data is submitted to server. This email address, password box, whatever it is displaying here, it is displaying that output. Once I refresh it, all will back. Here, this is our UI programming. UI connected to server, server connected to database. Here, email address, password and login option. Here, now you can find it here. Head tag. If I remove the head tag for this, just to delete the head tag, you cannot see any output here. If I remove the body tag, here you cannot see any output here. Once I refresh it, all will back. Here, this way you can display your output. This is because of here UI program. Here only you can find it here. Head tag, body tag, you can show for this program. Head tag is for header information. Body tag is for body part of our application. So this is basic information of HTML. So this is our first topic. So first we understood what is UI. What is UI we understood. Next first topic of my content here, it is HTML. HTML is a hypertext markup language. Here itself HTML. HTML is a hypertext markup language. Here markup means it is a tag based programming. Here tag based programming. Here tag is nothing but instruction to the browser. Here instruction to browser. Instruction to the browser, we call it as tag based programming. These tags are here. Two types of tags we have. Here, one is paired tag. Second one is here unpaired tag. Here it is a tag-based programming. Tag is nothing but instruction to the browser. We can write the tag name like this. Here it is a paired tag. And here only we can write the tag name. And here itself it will close. It is unpaired. We have two types of tags. We have one is paired and another one unpaired. Here, like this, we can write it here, total HTML tags. Okay, any HTML page generally will write like this. HTML is completely a tag-based programming. Tag is nothing but instruction to the browser. We have two types of tags. One is paired tag, another one unpaired. So we'll learn about each and every tag for the HTML. So basic skeleton of the web page of HTML will be here. It is doc type, HTML, here itself, HTML start and close. Here, this is the basic skeleton part of the HTML. Head start and close and body start and close. Head and body tag, we can use it for our application. Inside this head section, whatever content we are writing here, this is what here totally HTML tags. Here, whatever I'm writing here, this is what here totally alignment for our application. Here, alignment and functionality. Functionality of web page. Here, functionality of web page, we can write it. Here, web page, we can write it with this head section. This page, you can save it with one.html and you can run this program in browser. Here, you can save it with one.html. You can run this program through browser. Here, we are creating here HTML page. This HTML will be like this. Doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. So this way alignment will be like this. Here we are learning here doc type HTML head and body. Under this, head tag is used to write the information of head section. Body tag is used to write body part of our application. Here it is a completely tag-based programming. Tag is nothing but instruction to the browser. We can give all our instructions to the browser in the form of tags. We have two types of tags. We have one is paired, another one unpaired. Here, doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. So now you can find it here. This HTML page, how we can develop it. Doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. Now you can find it here, that HTML page. Here, alignment is by CSS. Second topic of our course is CSS. CSS, here it is cascading style sheet. So before this, first check it. Here it is one text box. Input type button. See here, this is input type button. If I remove here, you cannot see email address box. Here you can see password box. Delete this, you cannot see any password box. So we will use completely tags. Input type, div tag, form tag. Like this, we'll use it here. Total application form. See, I removed the form tag. You cannot see any application here. Suppose if I remove the input element text box, it is removed. Button, it is removed. Password box, it is removed. Like this, we can write it here, all our input elements. So we are using here this type of all type of input element for developing our application. So this is mainly here, this input element, whatever I'm showing here, this is possible by doc type HTML head and body. So because of that, we can easily develop our application with this. Here, doc type HTML head and body. In this only, we can easily develop our application with this. Here, now, once you refresh it, all will back. Here it is email address box, password box, submit button. Like this, you can see. Okay. Here, this way only we can execute our output. Now you can find it here. See, this is what here, doc type HTML head and body. Now here, once I remove the head tag, here, if I remove the one input element, it is completely not displayed. This is about HTML. Now, once you right click inspect element on this button, see here, you can see button color. Here, color of the button, you can see here. See here, input type button, that button color you can see like this. Here, this way you can display your output. This is what here, input type button. Here, button. This button color for our program will display like this. Here, button for our application will come like this. Okay, so this way it will display that output. Here, this is possible by our input element. Input type text, input type button, input type radio. Here, this way it will display that output for our application. So this is totally about the input elements colors. Any tag, that color is background color is by this. And border color, border radius, all you can write it. See, I'm writing border radius. See here, because of this, these all corners are rounded corners. Here, like this, it will display. This is all corners of the, here, this one. Here, font size. This is all mainly because of CSS. See, font size. That login font size is increased. Here, mouse over time. Mouse over time, if you want to show that output here, that is because of mouse over. Here, I'll show you. Mouse over time. Here, over time color, we are showing here. Here, over time color, we are showing here this color. Suppose if you want to show yellow color, see here. So suppose if I remove that to yellow color here, see here, mouse over time, yellow color. This is all by CSS. Practically, you can observe here in a web page, what is HTML, what is CSS, you can observe here. HTML is a hypertext markup language. It is completely a tag-based programming. Tag is nothing but it's an instruction to the browser. We can give all our instructions to the browser in the form of tags. Here, mouse over time, that output will come like this. Okay. Here, this is HTML. Next one, here CSS. See, this is CSS. Mouse over time, changing the color, background color, width and height. These all by here. Div tag and HTML tag. These all by HTML. Because of HTML only, I can show you this type of output. See, here only you can check it. This is totally div tag, outer container. Here it is inner container. This is inner container. Here, this is one more inner container. Here, like this, if you want to remove the head and heading tag or a body tag, here, this div tag, if I remove this div tag here, you cannot see any heading here. So, totally division of the web page is div tag, alignment is by CSS. Here, style part of the application, we can create it. Here, style part of web page, we can create it using CSS. Here it is CSS2, style part of the web page, we can create it with this CSS. Here, style part, here it is completely alignment of the web page. Here, alignment of web page, and basic alignment of a web page, as well as here, alignment for our application, we can do it with this. And along with that, here we can do it here, alignment of our application, we can do it with the CSS. Next, we can write it here. Here and background colors. Here, background colors, borders, text related styles, text alignment, text decoration, text related styles, font related styles, etc. We can learn it under this CSS. Under the CSS only, we can learn it here, all this. Text related styles and font related styles, we can write it with the CSS. Okay. Here, basically, alignment and colorful structure is by CSS. Second topic of our content here, it is CSS. Because of that, we can do alignment and complete skeleton of the web page is by this. Here, third topic of our content here, it is JavaScript. Here, third topic of our course is JavaScript. JavaScript code also we are writing here inside the head section. Inside the head section only, we are writing here script tag. See, if I remove here script, wherever you execute the script, this script comes under JavaScript code. Here itself, no script, meta tag, meta tag, meta tag. See here, like this, you can find link tag, meta tag. Here, link tag, script tag. These all comes under our CSS. Because of CSS only, we can create it here, this link tag and all. Okay, link tag and here no script tag, all we can use it here to display that output. This is no script tag, no script tag. Here, like this, you can find all our script code. Okay, here script tag is mainly used to add JavaScript. Advantage of the script tag here, once you click it, you will see all error messages. Without data, if you click submit button, here without data, if you click submit button, data will be submitted to server. That server page here, it is submitting, our application form is submitting that input to server page. That server page here, it may be Java, .NET, Python, like that. Here, this server pages, here whatever server page it is redirecting, before that it is checking here that JavaScript code. Here JavaScript code we are using here to develop our application. Here, this is our email address box. This email address box, here it is one email address box. Email address box, here you can find it. It is giving one validation error message. This error message is because of JavaScript. In either email address should be valid or at least one number, at least one letter. Email address in the password box, password should be at least one number, at least one letter. Email address should be in the email address format. This type of output you can find it in our UI. In our UI programming, you can find it here, all the list of input fields. Okay, here, this is what here email address, this email address box, here once you click submit button, your total data will be redirected to server. Your total data will be redirected to server page. Here email address, but before redirecting, it will check it here, that input, whatever input we have here, that input field, it will check it with a validation. This validation is because of this script. Okay, here script will add, it's a client-side scripting language. Here client-side scripting language. Here it is a browser executable programming. Here it is a browser executable programming. Browser here, our client-side scripting language, and it is a browser executable programming. It will add it here, functionality. Functionality of web page, we can create it using JavaScript. Complete functionality of a web page is because of JavaScript. Functionalities are here, validation of the application form, cookie creation of the application form, here validation, cookie, local storages, here local storage of the application form, session storage of the application form, here and here local storage, session storage, animations, here here model box creations, all you will learn it with this JavaScript. So you are writing text boxes, buttons, radio buttons by HTML. You are writing here text boxes, buttons, radio button, drop down list, all by HTML. And you are writing colors, text box color, button color, all colors by CSS. And here we can write it HTML for skeleton. HTML of a web page is by basic skeleton of the web page. Here, basic skeleton is by HTML, CSS is for alignment, and JavaScript is for functionality. So we observed here mainly three topics. In our UI course, these three are the major syllabus of our course. HTML5 and CSS3 also will include here latest versions. But mainly here, these all user interfaces. In this user interface only, here we'll learn all the list of content. Here, total content of our application, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. This HTML, CSS, JavaScript time. Here, total content of our web page we can create it with this. Here, in this time, you will understand here how to develop our application with this. How to develop this HTML, CSS, JavaScript code for our program that you can check it with this UI program. HTML is for skeleton of the web page, CSS is for alignment, and JavaScript is for functionality of a web page. jQuery is an external library. Ajax is here, asynchronous JavaScript and XML. Here, like this, you will learn remaining syllabus of our content one by one in the next session. Up to now, we discussed here what is the use of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML is adding basic skeleton part of a web page. CSS is for alignment and colorful structure. JavaScript is adding functionality. So in this functionality only, you will understand here how to work out with this frameworks. How to work out with this framework that you will understand under this functionality of a web page. Here, like this, I'll create one 6 a.m. drive for your batch. Here, I'll create one 6 a.m. March batch. This is January started batch. Every 2 months, I'll start new batch. So on time, I'll continue your classes. Every day you have class. Every day recordings I'll upload here around 5 days, 10 days. So 50 recordings, 45 to 50 recordings. Monday to Saturday session, I'll continue. 45 to 50 recordings, I'll upload it in your drive. Only Sunday will be holiday. Monday to Saturday, I'll continue your content. Here, next, under this HTML, CSS, you can find it here. HTML is a hypertext markup language. It will create basic skeleton part of the web page. CSS will give you alignment for our application. Here, HTML is a hypertext markup language. It is completely a tag-based programming. CSS will give you alignment. So the total content related topics and programs, I'll upload it in the drive. See here in this Java recordings folder, I'm uploading all recordings. Yesterday only I completed that batch. Okay, here you can see here programs. In this programs folder, everyday class related programs I'm uploading here. Everyday class related programs topic wise. HTML4 topic, CSS2 topic, JavaScript topic, every topic related programs I'll upload. Okay. HTML around 10 to 12 programs for, and HTML 5 time again 5 more programs. Here like this, I'll continue all my topics. Here, now you can find it here, programs folder. In this programs folder, everyday programs I'll upload here in this. Everyday programs I'll upload here in the programs folder. Here, like this, topic wise, every class and class related programs, paint file, documents, everything I'll upload here in the drive. See, programs folder separately I'll share with you. Here, separate folder. Paint file, class wise, all paint files I'll upload here in the paint folder. This is my paint folder. Next here, documents, class related total document I'll upload here in the docs folder. Class related total documents I'll upload here in the doc folder. Next one, here we can test. See, topic related test I'll conduct. The test related question paper I'll upload here. CSS2 question paper, JavaScript question paper, around 5 question papers I'll upload here. Here, JavaScript 2 question papers, HTML4 1 question paper, CSS2 1 question paper, and all HTML5, CSS3, jQuery, Ajax, all comes under one more question paper. 5 test 5 I didn't conducted. I'll conduct them for this January batch 6 a.m. I'll conduct on this Saturday. Okay. Here for you, it is a demo session. Monday to Friday, I'll continue in the demo week. After that, every day, every Saturday also we have class. Monday to Friday topic sessions. Saturdays, I'll continue on. Here, Saturdays, I'll continue on the project. Like that, I'll continue every topic. Okay, Monday to Friday topic sessions. So Saturdays, I'll continue on project session. Likewise, I'll continue my everyday class. Here, programs, paint file, documents, and here all list of things I'll continue every day. And this drive will be shared with the students. Here, I'll create not same drive. Like this, I'll create one drive access and I'll upload everyday classes in that drive. Okay. Here, like this, I'll create one 6 a.m. drive and I'll share with the students. Okay. So this way I'll continue my classes. Monday to Friday topic session, Saturdays project sessions and exam. The project session means piece-wise I'll do one project and piece-wise I'll upload Saturday piece-wise header part, slideshow, footer part and alignment, left and right, application form, submission, validations, like that one by one I'll explain to you. Yes. If you have any doubt, you can ask us up to now. Am I clear to you? Are there any doubts?
No, it's clear, ma'am. One question I have, I mean, on the Ajax and all the rest of things are there, right? So how is it going to help in this UI development?
Actually, here it is a base. Nowadays, we are using with Angular and React, but it is a base. How it is developed, how the programming is there, that I'll explain for the rest of things. Mainly, our course content is HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
Okay, so if we are learning JavaScript, I mean, the Angular and React.js, are they different from this? I mean, do we have to learn something?
Yes, have to learn, have to learn. Present environment is using Angular or React.
Okay.
So in Java side, Spring Hibernate, Spring Boot, like that. Here it is Angular, React, like that.
Okay.
So everywhere it is with the frameworks only.
Okay.
Yeah.
So will you be also covering on the Bootstrap and Ajax and this stuff?
Yes, everything. Everything what I mentioned in this list.
Okay. Good, thanks.
So today we continue like demo. Tomorrow also we'll continue with the remaining introduction part of our demonstration. Then day after tomorrow we'll continue with the regular session. Topic 1 I'll start.
So it will be at the same time, right? 6 a.m.?
Same time, every day 6 to 7 only. No changing of time.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other doubts, Ratan?
No, that's it for my side.
Okay. So please contact the one number they shared in the chat window. So please contact and give your feedback. And tomorrow I'll create one drive for your March 6 a.m. batch and I'll share with you. So once I get your mail address from organizer, then I'll share the drive access with you with the including recordings.
Sure.
Yes, that's it for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.